Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming my next installment of Shop My Stash. It has been 4 weeks since I filmed my last one, and typically I film these every 2 weeks. Here's what happened. My brother and his family were here from Texas. They were visiting the week of Thanksgiving. So like the days leading up to Thanksgiving, I was over at my parents' house every single minute that I wasn't sleeping or at work. So I was soaking up time with them. And then, so there's no time to film. And then, like the weekend after Thanksgiving, we all got sick. So I was not in a place where I felt well enough to film. I just, it was gnarly. Not a good feeling. Anyways, it was not COVID. It was just a gnarly cold. But I am here today and I am ready to tell you guys what I thought about the products that I chose from last time and then to shop my stash with you in tow. So, okay, let's get started. I'm gonna try and go in order of like how I apply my makeup. Who knows? Anyways, this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector liquid in the shade Prosecco Pop. I used this twice and I wish I'd used it more. I'm realizing it is darn close to being empty. I did use this today. What I like to do with this is I like to apply this all over my face prior to putting foundation on because it just imparts this beautiful glow. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I am glowing. And it's not because I'm pregnant or whatever. Anyway, it's a very nice technique. I do enjoy doing that. I don't know why I didn't do it more because I was definitely having some issues with my foundations the past month. So I only used it twice in 4 weeks. Also, by the way, I right around the 2-week mark of this rotation, I did start pulling other things. Not an official Shop My Stash, but just, oh, I want to use this eyeshadow palette today, or this blush, or this highlighter, whatever. I had gotten some new things and wanted to give those a try. So I'm not, if you're like, well, adding up how often I was using these things, it's not going to add up to a full month because that just isn't how it happened. Okay. Other primer. This is the Tarte primer. What is it? Timeless Smoothing Primer. I used this like 2 or 3 times. I don't notice a significant enough difference to motivate me to use this. Like I know that it works. I've heard that it works, but I just don't know that I care enough. So I don't think it's the product. I think it's me. Like it's fine. I don't pay that close attention to the texture of my skin. You know what I mean? So it's fine. It just, meh. Okay, next. What would I do next? Foundation. So I don't have it up here. It's downstairs in my empties bin. And that's actually kind of misleading. Let me explain. The Physicians Formula Healthy Skin Foundation. Love it. I used it 4 times, and by the 4th time it was getting harder and harder to get the product like out of the bottle and onto my face. I do think that if I could get the stopper out and use a spatula, like a little makeup spatula, I'd be able to get more of it out. So I'm going to rescue it from my empty bin and do that. I was just feeling kind of lazy and didn't want to do it. But I love that foundation. That foundation is beautiful. They discontinued it and they decided they were no longer going to be cruelty-free. So even if it wasn't discontinued, I wouldn't be purchasing. But it is legitimately one of my all-time favorite foundations. It just, it perfects your skin without cakiness or heaviness or, you know what I mean? Like it looks good in person. It looks good on camera. That can be kind of rare to find that. So it was good. It was real good. So then I also had pulled in the number 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation. Oh no. Oh no. I'm done. We are not friends. We're not friends at all. First of all, it's way too dark for me. Like, doesn't look, yeah, it kind of looks like it would be. Their shade range is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Come on, man. Like, when brands are releasing like 40 plus shades at launch, there's no reason why they can't add some more shades to their existing line. Anyways, shade range aside, the formula of this is not my favorite. I found it difficult to blend out. Like it was weird and patchy. It clung to different parts of my skin, and it just, it was just so bad. I'd been feeling kind of bad that I like had only used it like maybe a handful of times. Maybe, and that may be a generous estimate. And I bought this probably in 2017. There is a reason why I haven't used it, because it's not good. So anyways, that's that. So the foundation that then I pulled in and I've been using is the Milani Screen Queen foundation. I like this. I really do. I think sometimes it can be a little drying or a little cakey, but paired with like a dewy setting spray, it's beautiful. Paired with a powder that is not the Kosas one, I think it works really well. Like in the past, I've always used this with my RCMA No Color powder and never had an issue with it. But now with the Kosas powder, I think it's just a little bit heavier of a powder that can create a little bit of cakiness, but it ain't the foundation. The foundation is really, really pretty. So I've been enjoying that. Okay. And it is the foundation that I have on today. Okay. Moving right along. So we got foundation done. Concealer, I was just using my First Aid Beauty Avocado Bending Concealer. Probably just going to use that sucker up and get it out of here. Next, I've got the powder. Was I using a powder? I don't know if I had pulled a powder. I don't think I pulled a powder, but the powder that I've been using is the Kosas Cloud Set in Breezy. I actually purchased this in my Sephora VIB sale, and I do like it. I know I just mentioned that paired with the Milani foundation, it's maybe not the best, but with other foundations, it works really well. So I haven't been telling you how often I'm using these things. The foundation, I don't know. I don't know how. I was using this most of the time. Okay, bronzer. This Soul Face and Body Bronzing Balm in the shade Fair. First of all, it stinks. It stinks. Oh, it's like this cheap Bath and Body Works. Yeah. Oh, it's not good. It's like a Bath and Body Works fart. It's not very pretty. But let me tell you about the product itself. This is just orange on me. I think maybe I needed light instead of fair. I think on fair skin, this would probably work out really well. But on me, not so much. Sometimes it's fine. Other times it's really not fine. Like not fine at all. Like orange cheeks and, oh, not good. Not a good look. So I'm not crazy about it. I just, not my thing. The other bronzer, let me tell you, I used it like 4 or 5 times. Like I gave it a fair go. I really did. The next bronzer that I used was the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Sunlight. This is beautiful. Like if you look at these two next to each other, I think I'm somebody who prefers a more like neutral sort of bronzer. This is very flattering. This is the bronzer that I have on my skin today. I used it every other day. So every day that I was not using this one, I was using this one. And I adore it. It blends out beautifully, effortlessly. I mean, I look like I just had some sun. Like it just looks natural. It's great. Okay, blush. Let's move on to blush. So Pretty Vulgar. This is their Make Them blush in Hush Hush. The packaging is beautiful, but kind of cheap. This is the inside. It's very pigmented. I definitely would recommend, if I don't even know that this is still available. I got it in a BoxyCharm, but if you have this and you like, I don't know. if you're curious, I recommend just tapping your brush once and tapping off the excess and going in very lightly blending. That is how I found this to be the most flattering. If I went any heavier with this, it was like clown cheeks. So it is really pretty. It's a nice, like, sort of rosy shade, and I don't dislike it. I don't love it though, and I'm preparing to film my blush declutter, and I honestly don't know. I don't know if this one's gonna make the cut, but we'll see. Okay, the next one is the Amazonian Clay Blush by Tarte in the shade Party. I love this. I really do. This formula is top notch. This packaging is adorable. It's just this cute little compact little hockey puck, and I love it. This is a great neutral blush. Honestly, it's what I have on my face today, and I'm into it. I kind of want to pan it. I love it. It's very, very good. I will say, have I lost my damn mind? I'm trying to remember how often I used this during that 2-week period. Easily 10 days. And I've used it more than that. Like, I did purchase some blushes recently and I was trying those out, but I was still on a daily, almost daily basis, I was reaching for this one. Okay, I think we're up to eyes now. This isn't the order that I do my makeup. What am I talking about? Anyway, MAC Tan, this is the pigment. I used this 3 times and I loved it every time. It was a struggle not to use it every single day. It's just a perfect eyeshadow. It's great. It just gives your eyes this beautiful shimmering perfection, and it's a great shade. I'm into it. All right, next let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. So I have my Lethal Singles and my ABH Jackie Aina palette. I was combining these two. So I was using each of them nearly every day of those 2 weeks. And even beyond, even in the 2 weeks since then, I've been dipping into these on a pretty regular basis. I loved pairing like the mid-tone, like these pinks and purples with this purple shimmer and the Lethal palette, that light purple shimmer down here in this corner. This is going to be difficult to point. I don't know. Anyway, I also loved doing this shade here. It's like a blue red duochrome. So that's it. Red green. I don't know. It's beautiful though. Blue brown. We don't know what it is, but it's a duochrome and it is gorgeous. I do really like that. In the past, I've had trouble with the shade here, Lituation. I've had trouble with it creasing, and I didn't necessarily notice that this time. So I'm guessing in the past it was probably my eye primer. So I want to say I used every shade in this palette except for Wiggley's. I just wasn't feeling like a shimmery red, but I do really love this. I mentioned that this was on my chopping block. It is no longer on my chopping block. I am very, very happy that I have it. Now with my Lethal Singles, I used every shade in here, and I'm really, really happy about that. You can get just this beautiful sort of neutral look with this shimmer and these 2 mattes. I've done these mattes with the greens as this comprehensive, gorgeous green look. Purples, it's just everything. I've used every single shade and I love it. I forgot highlight. Okay. Oprah, Rodeo Drive, I use it every day. Except for, of the 2 weeks I used it every day. It's great. Classic product. Totally understand why it's a classic. It's good. Okay, lips. The ColourPop Disney Lippy in the shade Belle. This one was the one that I used the most. Actually, I think I used this like 4 or 5 times. I have been using lips more often. So there it is swatched. It is a really beautiful shade, especially for this time of year. I kind of like a richer sort of lip. I've also been using my Huda Beauty Bombshell Lippy. That's what I have on my lips today. I'm not going to swatch it on my hand, but I love this. It's one of the more comfortable liquid lipstick formulas in my opinion, and I love that shade. And then a lot of times, like I did just say that was really comfortable, and I'll wear it on its own for a couple of hours, but then I am generally reaching for a gloss, and at that point I was using my Buxom gloss in the shade Pumpkin Chai Latte. This is such a pretty gloss. It is so pretty. So that's it right there. Even by itself, it's really, really gorgeous. Okay, you guys, so those were all of the products that I chose from last time. Let's jump into the shopping portion of this rotation. Okay, you guys, so here are the things that I'm keeping in. As always, my Love in London palette, this NYX banana powder for under my eyes. I've got my Kosas powder. Just kind of, I don't know. I don't really feel the need to pull in another powder, so I'm just going to keep that guy in. My First Aid Beauty Avocado Concealer and my e.l.f. mascara. I typically don't like to have more than one mascara open at a time. I do have the Urban Decay Perversion mascara open as well, so I kind of go between those two. So let's grab another eyeshadow palette. I did want to take a second to mention that I am going to be doing a project pan in 2022, and I've already pulled a few products for that, and I've been using them off and on. So, but I'm not going to share that with you at the moment because that's going to be a separate video. Okay, so what do I want to use? I'm going to pick a couple of eyeshadow palettes, I think, to use in the next 2 weeks. Okay, you know what? In light of the season, okay, oh, I know what I'm going to do. All right, it's going to be a BH sort of season. What am I trying to say? All right, I'm pulling in these two BH Cosmetics palettes. Is it overkill? Yes, it is. Do I care? Not particularly. So we've got the Naughty palette. This was their holiday palette from last year. Lots of potential here. Lots of beautiful looks that you can create. I need to get some use out of it. I've used it maybe 5 times in the past year. And then I've got the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, the first one. And in my opinion, the best one. So we're going to do those. And then, you know what? Why not? This is totally overkill, but I am going to grab the Christmas Morning palette because that green right there, gifts galore, stop it. Just no. It's too much. It's too beautiful. Also, look at my new dresser. I love it. It's like new old. It does have some scratches. I really don't know how that happened. Where did you come from? I don't know, but I don't think it was there when I bought it. The only thing with this dresser is I have to put the camera down to open the drawers. All right, let me lower down on one knee and romance these blushes. So I've got warm tones. I don't have too many cool tones. Let's grab something. Okay, I'm gonna grab this Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Mini. I don't know, it's got a blush and some powders. I want to at least use the blush some, so we'll pull that in. And why not grab one other? I swear I hear something. Oh, it's the cat's water dish. We've got one of those automated, like the fountain ones. Kind of forgot that existed. Okay. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I've been wanting to use this guy. So let's pull it in. My Melt Digital Digital Blush Duo in the shade Raw Honey. It's very pretty. Hello, bananas. Hello, bananas. Okay, and back here, I've got some little eye quads, but I don't know, they're all the way in the back, and I just kind of forget that they exist. Do I want to grab a primer? Why not? I would really like to just freaking use some of these up, honestly. So we'll do the No Problem Prime Essence. I don't see the point in this, and I need to be doing a declutter soon, so I'm going to use this. Sorry, my cat is drinking. I'm going to use this and see what I think of it. Okay. I just decluttered this. Oh my God. If you haven't watched that video and you're curious, it is already uploaded. And a heck with it. I'm going to grab Set to Stun, this shimmering beautifulness. I'm going a little ham. I realize this. I probably need to woe it up, but oh well. Okay, bronzer. I have a bronzer in my project pan. I'm also going to grab my, why? Like I don't know, because it jumped out at me. This is too much. Some of these aren't even bronzers. Okay, I've got to declutter these. I don't know. I don't know. Let's do this number 7 bronzer. I do love this. It's in the shade Caramel, I think. Or Caramel if you're fancy. Highlighter? Yeah, all right. All right. So I do have a highlighter in my project pan, but let's go ahead and grab another one. I don't know what. I would love to use up some of these products. I'll tell you that much. Is this new? No, you're old. You're flexitarian. I'm going to grab this Persona one because I don't know how I feel about it. And if I'm going to film that declutter, I need to know. There she is. I feel like this one just kind of accentuates texture and I'm not crazy about it, but I'm going to pull it in. Okay, so now we've got face palettes back here. We've got foundations. Too many foundations, if you ask me. I'm going to grab this Fiona Styles foundation. I'd like to use it up. So it's matte. My tastes have changed, but let's see if I end up liking that well enough to keep it. Right. Setting sprays. Definitely don't need to be keeping these. Like, by God, this is basically empty. So I'm gonna pull this in and hopefully finish him up. Man, that Cover FX Illuminating one just makes you look like a disco ball a little bit. This one has a very aggressive sprayer. This one smells like sun-ripened raspberry from that one place. I don't remember the name of it. What is that place called? Bath and Body Works. Ugh. Gross. All right, lips. I do have a lipstick in my product pan as well. Why not grab this guy? This is a Mauve Moment by Juvia's Place. So we'll grab that. I might as well grab a nice red for a holiday, you know, because I'll get so much use out of that because I'm going so many places. I kind of want to grab this guy. Ooh, so many choices. This past month, I feel like I've really kind of fallen back in love with my collection and I want to get good use out of these things. Now, did I get rid of my, Houston, we have a problem. I think I got rid of my red lipstick. Shut up. I did not. Wait, no, that's not it. Did I throw that away? That was so dumb. Oh man, I feel like I might have decluttered the lipstick that I'm looking for. I did. I was like, I'm not getting any use out of it. And now here I am wanting to use it. And I kept the stupid elf one. What's wrong with me? Oh my gosh. It was like Kiss of Fire or something by Dose of Colors. Oh, I hate that. I hate that I did that. All right, well, I don't want this one. It's not red. It's like, I don't know what it is. Here's a red. Okay. Maybe that's why I was like, I've got this one. I don't need that one. Anyways, this is Disney Villains in the shade Evil Queen. It's a very beautiful red. All is well. Okay, here is quite a bit of makeup that I'm going to be using for the next 2 weeks. God willing. And, okay, so this is almost gone. The only reason I only chose one is because I have a foundation in my project pan. Okay. All right, you guys, as always, I appreciate you watching so much. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up, subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.